Hi, this is Sarah Broniger, math teacher, and I just finished with a student who was so frustrated with complex numbers. So this is Euler's number, this is I, which is the square root of -1. And really working with complex numbers, working with I, is really easy. The math of it is quite simple, but it frustrated him. And what it came down to is that no one had ever shown him or explained to him why you would ever work with a number like that. And it occurred to me that I should tell you. So, when you're doing a math problem with gallons of milk and babies, you're never going to have negative gallons of milk and negative babies, but maybe in the process of doing your math problem, you might have some negative numbers, and that's okay, so long as in the end you don't have negative gallons of milk and negative babies. It's an okay mid-stage. Well, at one point, somebody was trying to do math, came across a negative number in the middle of a problem and said, oh, we can't do this. This doesn't work, and stopped. And someone was bright enough to go, oh, it's okay. It's just a middle stage. Just, deal with it. Get through the problem. In the end, you won't have negative milk and you won't have negative babies. And we went, oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. I'm fine with that now. And there are a lot of word problems where you have negative numbers in the middle, but you won't have them as your answer. Euler's number is like that. I, the square root of -1, is never going to be your answer. You're never going to build a bridge with 53 I girders. Imaginary girders, how is it going to work? You have to realize that I is one of those stages that if you're okay on it being in the middle, if you're okay on using a number that actually does not exist, but it's part of the middle stage of your problem, you'll end up with a number that actually exists for a problem you can actually solve. So it opens the door for math problems to be solved. Only in math books are you going to have problems that start off with I's and end off with I's as your answer. In real life, it would just be a mid-stage of a problem. Anyway, once I explained that to him, then the math had reason, and it wasn't just this insanity thrown in the middle of his math book. And he saw that working with it is actually quite simple, and everything was fine. So again, it boils down to you have to give a student a reason to study something, and you have to explain how it can be used. And that's missed in so many books. I hope this helps.